Go ahead.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Blades and Blasters. If this is your first time here, come check out all of our offerings on our YouTube channel. We have hundreds and hundreds of games there for you to watch, real plays. But tonight we are offering something a little bit new, something, shall we say, unconventional. We are using the D10 dice pool system created by our own Tetnac, called Heroes and Hardship, to play the prologue of what is going to be a First Age of Middle-earth campaign. It's a campaign set in Beleriand, detailing the First Age of Middle-earth. We have 4 players set and ready to go. 3 of them playing elves and 1 of them playing one of the Edain, or a human, a man. But with us tonight is Tet. He is playing Estedir. And I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Can you see that okay, Tet?
Yeah.
Cool. Sandrin's Folly. It has been nearly 400 years since the enemy was besieged. 400 years since the furnaces of Thangorodrim dimmed and Angband's might was hemmed in by the strength of the Noldor and their allies. And in this time there has been peace in Beleriand. Ard Galen, once a field of ashes south of Morgoth's stronghold, has grown green and is now deemed Ard Galen by the elves. Hyde King Fingolfin rules from Ethel-Sirion, while his kin keep watch over the pass of Sirion. Further east, past the encircling mountains and the secret city of Gondolin, is Dorthonion. Ruled by Fingolfin's nephews, Dorthonion is a lush land of evergreen forests, swiftly flowing streams, and cascading mountain ranges. It is here now that we see a small group of elves, fleet of foot and moving through green shadows like the wind. At the head of their column is Thandrin, Master of Fires, and in his company brings grave news to the court of Angrod and Aegnor. For it was that nights ago, in the low hills north of Ladros, that Thandrin spied a band of orcs. At first the hunter did not believe his eyes. It was a trick of the night, and the gloom that sometimes overtook him in a dour mood. But as his company crept closer, it was clear that he was not mistaken. A band of orcs made camp on the mountainside. He could hear their guttural speech in foul language and smell the rancid flesh that no doubt roasted among them. And so it was that Thandrin's number fell upon the orcs, but not before one of his kin let out a cry. Girth Guthrum Tel Mithrum! Death to the foes of the elves! And thus Thandrin's attack was foreseen. It was long that the elves pursued the orc, but in the end, the crags of the cliffs hid the orcs well and they evaded kill or capture. And now Thandrin returns to court. Will he be believed, or will he be seen a fool? And so as the camera pans down, you see clearly several elves, perhaps over a dozen of them, winding their way up a marble staircase expertly carved into a cliff. And as the sun sets, it kind of casts rainbows over this valley where the House of Aegnor and Angrod have set up their court, their castle per se. Thandrin, who in character you probably know as, his title is Master of Fires, but he's kind of the lead hunter and scout of Dorthonion, is winding his way back up into the court. In the meantime, however, Angrod and Aegnor and Estedir are there. Should be able to see your token.
Yep.
And I'll let you kind of pose yourself in what business you would be having at court, or if you're just hanging out and shooting the first age breeze.
Is is the court in the trees, or is it underground? How is it built?
I would say it'd be kind of wood and stone architecture, expertly woven among the trees,
Mm,
but
okay,
not underground in caves like Menegroth, which would be
right.
in Doriath. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Estedir is hanging near the back. His sister and uncle are not amongst them, and he has his harp hanging off his side on a sling. His weapons are not here currently; they're in his own quarters, wherever that might be. Not needed here in the court of Aegnor and Angrod. He His black hair flows off his shoulders in direct contrast to the lords of this woodland realm. Um, he is a pure Noldor, and I believe that they have Tellery in there, right? Aren't they? So they have some sort of non-Noldor blood.
Uh,
The ship elves or whatever.
I'd
Anyway,
have to look. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, he's basically just hanging around in the back, just watching. His eyes continue to flood from the two men to Galadriel, who he knows quite well, and made the crossing over. What is it called? The Snowy Land Bridge.
Helcarax.
Yeah,
Helcarax. Yeah.
Hellcrax. Many years ago. And he is silent now, awaiting the court to begin, the leaders to speak. But he mostly stays to himself currently.
Egnor and Angrod are in two wooden thrones, not ornate at all, though fairly humble, even for the elves. And they're taking reports from all over the woodland realm of Dorthonion. Um, they have just dismissed a emissary from Ladros, which is where the House of Baor was gifted land many years ago, and they're taking messengers from Gondolin and even as far west as Fingolfin's power in Ithil, Sirion. And in um, kind of from outside, a little bit unexpected, is this elf by the name of Thendron. You would know him, Estedir, as very, very capable elf, an expert scout and tracker, um, but a little bit rough around the edges, as it were. He's not the best with words, and he's not the best, uh, unfortunately, with dealing with his lords. He much prefers to be outside among the trees and hills and bubbling streams of Dorthonion. And as he enters the court, Estedir, you could kind of hear a murmur run through the crowd. And Angrod turns from what he is doing and says, Thendron, to what do we owe this honor? You are more at home among the trees and the birds and wild beasts than here in the court of Dorthonion. Galadriel kind of turns to Angrod and shoots him a little bit of a sideways glance, a bit icy. Uh, Nothing unusual for Galadriel. But she says simply, let the man speak, Angrod. I sense he has made haste in coming here to Dorthonion. Let him say his word. She looks down towards where else Estedir is, and are you playing your harp still? Or
Yeah, he doesn't. It's just hanging on the side. He's not playing it currently.
she shoots a glance towards you, but then really doesn't say much else. Finally, Aegnor speaks up. So then, Thendron, scout of the woods and ranger of the hills, what do we have to hear from you? He almost stutters over his words. He says, my lords, it appears that, well, not 3 days ago we came upon a band, a force of the enemy, camping in the hills north of Ladros. Unfortunately, they eluded kill and capture. And then when he kind of says that, again, a riffle of dismay goes through the court. Aegnor speaks up. You're telling me that a legendary tracker, Thandron, who has spent these many years in Beleriand, and many more in the lands of the West, and never let a quarry escape, that he was evaded by a band of filthy servants of the enemy? This is what I am telling you. Then Angrod speak up. Then you have been deceived, Thandron. It was a wisp, a specter, a figment of spirit and of your imagination. It is well known that besides some small sorties, the enemy has not sent force out from Angband in hundreds of years. And Galadriel kind of looks at them. My brothers, the enemy delves ever deeper, and though Ard Galen is green, there may come a time when the enemy's designs are revealed. We must do what we can to know his mind, and I have not known Thandron to be a fool. He is rash, yes, but so are others. She again shoots a glance toward Estedir. Among the number of the Noldor, I have been given the gift of foresight, she says. If doom lies upon the hills north of Ladros, we should put forth effort to spy the enemy's plans. Aegnor simply says, it is a fool's errand. Is there any here in the court who would accompany Thandron in this wild goose chase north of the hills?
Estedir, yeah, he smiles to himself and steps forward and bows. Ah, my lord, I know of one such fool. I agree with the lady as usual on most things.
You agree all too often with my sister, Estedir. Say your mind.
I will go
I think
with
that
Thandron.
Thandron pursues ghosts.
Well, if you know Thandron not to be a fool, I think he could recognize an orc when he saw one.
Lord, my eyes do not deceive me, nor did my nose. There's a slight chuckle from Galadriel. There are more senses than sight in this world, my brother. Trust your kin. They'll not lead you astray. Angrod finally stands from his dais. Very well. Well then, Estedir. Do you plan to go along with him on this fool's errand, as I've said?
And as I have said, my lord, I am just the fool for the task.
Well, few in number may travel more swiftly and go unseen. If these slaves are more than we've seen in the past, perhaps they see the spirit world. For there is no other power that could evade the legendary Thandron. Is that right? And Thandron just kneels, and he has to fight back a little bit of fiery anger in him and says, I will do what I must to protect the realm, but my senses did not deceive me, my lord. Very well. The two of you make forth in the morning. If nothing else, the House of Beor would welcome the sight of the Noldor among their ranks. Please give them our greetings as you passed by.
Of course, my lords, my lady. He bows to Galadriel the deepest. It's almost like a bit of a mocking bow, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Thandron,
Yeah.
tell me where these orcs you have spotted, and we will find them again.
Kind of looks to his left towards you and rises from his kneeling position. I know just the spot, Estedir, though they may have moved on by now. But it
With
has
your
been...
skill, tracking them would be no hard task, I assume.
I will prove again my honor to this court, even if it was sullied this day. Come, retire to my chambers. I will draw what map as I am able, and we will gather a store of supplies and arms. I plan to make swift work of these foul beasts. I'll leave none of alive and take back a trophy for the lady if it pleases you.
I'll be along shortly, Lord of the Fires.
Very well. Thandron has a kind of weather-beaten green cloak on with silver lacing about the collar, and he removes it and tucks it under his left arm. You see some polished leather armor beneath the cloak, and he heads out of court. My lords, my lady, and he disappears.
Estedir nods to him as he departs and lingers a bit, and eventually when maybe the hubbub has kind of died down, he will approach Galadriel and, my lady, a word, if you would please.
By this time, the lords, the brothers have left. Dear, it has been some time since we spoke together and alone.
Yes, as is right. She married to Celeborn?
Yeah.
As is right for a woman of your status. I only wish to say that disagreeing with your brothers, who are the lords of these realms, may be looked at unkindly by them and others.
They're the lords of this realm. True. They are not fools, nor are their minds feeble. They know that I have gifts that they do not, and they have gifts that I do not. They have the gifts to rule men, to govern lands, and oversee and administer this kingdom. But my gifts are more subtle, Estedir. The ability of foresight, to foretell the doom of Beleriand and the fate of its inhabitants. You may say it is a blessing, but it also is a curse. The Valar has seen it just.
Well, I could not disagree with the Valar, obviously. It is not my place to worry about the future overmuch. My future is only ahead of me a few paces. As it has been since we came here.
He kind of looks at you and says, and it is often the case. We are not given the gift of the Edain, and we are doomed to linger in this Middle-earth. The years stretch long behind us, but it is often that we can't see the path ahead. Is that what you mean, Estedir? Living day to day, step by step at a time?
Well, not all of us have your gift of foresight. And some of us are, well, driven by our emotions and our love for things, our hate for things even. We cannot all be Galadriel, unfortunately, or worthy of her praise, or even her presence.
Or perhaps also these long years have gifted me the ability to hide my feelings, Estedir. And such feelings do not serve one. They should be cast aside like an old cloak. And this is one of these times. You are aware of other times in our past, Estedir.
Yes, but the past is the past, and those are long years behind us, with many years before us.
By this point, the sun has set in the west, and the throne has like an open sky, right?
Mm.
So you can see the stars coming out tonight. She looks up towards Elbereth. She says, "Lo, these 400 years of peace, they may not last much longer, Estedir. Sense a change in the earth, a shifting in the breeze as it comes down from Angband. I did not say it openly, but I sense that the enemy moves in the deep. This errand may be more important than you know."
Well, if that is so, then hopefully it finds your approval that I am going, and that when we are successful, your approval that we return. That is all I could ask from you, my lady.
You do not need my approval, Estedir. Your house is noble, as is mine. You do your duty unflinchingly. Even, perhaps, with a style others may not approve of, but I've never withheld approval from you, Estedir.
Is that so? Well, I will keep that in mind when I think of those long years past, and what years we have in front of us. Well, the Master of Fires awaits me, my lady.
Indeed. May the blessings of Valinor be upon you.
And you. He gives her a curt bow. Until the next time we see one another.
She kind of starts to head up the steps towards her chambers and turns to you, gives you the nod. No wink,
Just the
but
nod.
a nod.
Just the nod.
Just a nod.
He turns.
And as the scene closes, you're kind of left there, in the court. Everybody's kind of faded away.
Yeah, he actually, this is the very elvish thing to do. As she leaves, he finds a corner, dark corner, where he can brood and play his harp by himself for a few moments as he ponders on the conversation and those years past that they had spoke about, and the emptiness of his future.
Might have to start making you compose verse like I did
Oh,
Matt
God.
during that crazy D&D game.
Yeah.
Your voice isn't as good, I don't think, though. She can actually sing.
Yeah, I cannot sing. Unless I sing
So
Irish Hobbit hymns.
So the night passes. And morning comes. Here. Morning comes. You don't see anything more of the lords of Dorthonion or Galadriel, for that matter. And as the bright sun rises, it's a mostly clear day with wisps of white cloud flowing overhead, and the breeze is not flowing south down from Thangorodrim, but instead is a fresh breeze blowing from the west. And as you set out, it's likely that you have some horses, at least for the first part of your journey. And banners are blowing from atop the stronghold. And as you kind of ride out across the first bridge to the east, you see kind of Galadriel up on one of the parapets looking down at you. You get the feeling that she might wave, but she doesn't do that.
Yeah, once he sees her, he purposely basically ignores that she's up there and keeps riding.
So Thander just kind of says to you as you ride out, "It's still there? I've heard the rumors, as has everyone else. We elves are wise, but we're not deaf, Estedir."
Well, speak for yourself and your own wisdom, for I have none, I think.
"Ah, nay. People whisper of your wisdom, even if they don't say it openly, Estedir. Perhaps it's not told of in court or in private session, but your songs hold much to be held in high praise. They are not songs of a fool. Songs of the lovesick, perhaps, but not a fool.
Could we speak of another matter, Thandran? I do not
Very
need
well.
counsel on lost loves behind me.
I agree. If you were going to take counsel, Estedir, it would not be from me. As Lord Aegnor said, I belong on my belly with the serpents and the beetles. He does not handle a man of the woods in high esteem, I do not think.
Many years upon a tall throne will do that when you look down on everyone that you meet.
True. Still, I do not begrudge him his responsibility. It must be something to rule in that, to carry that crown for 400 years, waiting for the proverbial hammer to fall.
Perhaps it will. Perhaps it is closer than we might think. The Lady Galadriel thinks so, I believe. And maybe you do too. For I do not believe that you see ghosts, such a silly notion.
I agree with you. But there are counted among the wise that think that Angband is likely to fall soon, perhaps in the next 50 years. Even the enemy, as mighty as he may be, can only do so much while besieged.
Time will tell. We will see. I do not presume to know. I do not see very far.
Yeah, give me the scene of what it looks like as they kind of ride off into the wild.
Yeah, Estedir. Boy, am I even trained in ride? I may not be. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, he's not a very good horseman at all. He stays on the horse and rides it, but he's not going to be doing anything fancy, that's for sure. They go over this bridge here and cross into the distance, Thandran leading and Estedir following much slower behind him. He has his bow slung over his back and his sword on his side. His harp is in a sack on the horse. He takes it everywhere, and that's what it looks like.
So as they head off that first morning, so I'd say like maybe their stronghold, maybe around here, maybe up in this little dell here. We'll say that. I don't think they technically have one, as far as I know, in the books. And so we're heading kind of to this area up here. And so for the first several hours, you're kind of winding through evergreen forests. Every now and then you have to ford a very shallow stream, and water is plentiful. You kind of are able to get down and refill your water skins. You even see what looks to be like a trout swimming in the stream as you do so, and it flips away from you, flashing rainbow colors into the light as it swims downstream. That first day kind of wears on, and it starts to get a little bit cooler as you start to gain elevation up towards Ladros in the mountains. Thandran kind of looks at you, and he says, "How long has it been, Estedir? Since you went out by yourself or alone with only one other person into this wonderful world that Varda has created for us?"
I could not even say. It has been quite some time.
And yet there are still our kindred, encircling the enemy in the north, with their engines of war among the fields of ashes and the slain. I think that we should count our blessings today, Estedir. It will be bitter cold tonight, but I don't think we'll see battle just yet.
My rear has seen a battle from the saddle, I must say.
Battle from the saddle.
That's a rhyme I did not even intend.
There you go. The muse has stricken
That's
you.
right.
Forget who the Valar was that did songs and stuff, but he'll make a reference to that and encourage you to put it down into your journal. So in that first night, they find like a giant pine tree that's kind of growing right next to a what looks like a granite cliff that has a very kind of shallow cave in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're able to make a small campfire and gather wood, but it does become quite cold. So let's make the first roll of this game, more for flavor than anything else. But let's do a challenging survival roll. And I believe at power level 2 it should be 21.
That's 21 for challenging, yeah.
Yep, 21.
Let's see. I do have survival. I just rolled for my sheet since I'm there. Any benefits or additional modifiers or anything like that?
Not unless you... let's see what Thandrin rolls, and he might be able to help you out. This is his wheelhouse. So is it under...
Intelligence.
Under mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27. Yep, so give yourself a benefit.
Okay.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Role play to me what happens this first night.
Yeah, they're both able to get a good fire going, and they're able to kind of get themselves secured in the shallow cave away from the wind, and just the fire that they are able to maintain throughout the night. They pick the perfect wood, dry but not too dry. To get a good fire, there's very little smoke in the cave, so it's comfortable and not like smoking them out.
I dare say, Estedir, I think the harp maybe was not your calling. You belong with me out here, among the pines in the swaying wind.
I did cross the Hell Caraxes once a time ago and lived. I learned some things on the way. A little nip of frost here, and these woods is not enough to dissuade me or defeat me.
Nor I. This wind and this cold is nothing. In fact, it reminds me that I'm alive. But alas. Back in the court, it is no small shame that our lords gave no weight to my words, Estedir.
Why do you
That
say
weighs
that?
heavy upon my heart.
I
It
think
seems they do not hold one as myself in esteem.
isn't the judge of a lord his servants? You must listen to the counsel you get from others in their area of specialty. Not everyone can be a man of the woods as the master of fires, and not everyone can be a lord. But if a lord does not listen to his vassals and his advisors, then what kind of lord is he?
You should put such thoughts to verse, Estedir. Your voice and harp are known throughout these lands. You could raise my heavy heart with a song. Perhaps you would venture as much? It would lift my spirit from despair ere we find our quarry, and slay them to the utmost. Have at it. Play me a song, if you would.
Let me Google one.
Give me a perform. Give me a perform, because this is what elves do when they camp.
Yeah.
They don't have a bottle of whiskey and a guitar. They have their harp.
Yep, I got my harp. Let me see if I got... I changed my gear right before the game, because I couldn't figure out what to do with the harp, so... do I have any? I don't have any benefits related to harp. Okay, I'll just roll perform. It's pretty good.
That is pretty good. 35, that would have been, that would have beaten hard. So describe to me what it looks like as you sing your song and lift Thandrin's spirits.
Yeah, he nods, and in the darkness of night in the cave, he thinks he'll get pretty good sound quality, like what would you call it?
Oh yeah, that cave has good acoustics.
Yeah, acoustics. He sits in the back and begins strumming his harp and thinks of a song about basically the woods and traveling, and he strokes his harp and sings along as he does so. It's a Pink Floyd type of song, like 15 minutes long, and finally stops strumming his harp and nods. I haven't sung that one in quite a while.
The last note fades, just reverberates throughout the woods. And it's almost as if, as you were singing the song, the melody of the harp in your voice gets into the earth and the streams and the flowing river. And you kind of sense that there are owls looking down upon you guys as you play your song. And every once in a while you hear, whoo! And there's even like a fox just outside the firelight. No wolves or anything at all wicked or with any evilness at all. But all manners of kind of kind creatures have gathered around. And Thandrin says, "Aha! Estedir. I count myself lucky, but I am not an audience of one. For all of Yuvapar's creation now watches you, and they seem pleased."
Well, I'm glad someone is pleased by my harp. For if I sing songs as you request in court about lordly duties and perhaps the failing of some, I don't believe I would find too many faces turned my way in awe or pleasure.
Ah, that's where you need my advice, Estedir. Start with a song like this, draw them in, then hit them with the witty criticism.
I am only in Dorthonion as a guest. I am no lord. My family has sway, aye, but nothing of import here. I would rather not go off somewhere else to live, with the eye of the lords here on me in, well, disapproval. Not at least until, well, never mind. I'm sure my uncle will lecture me about this later.
Perhaps he would. I have noticed that Galadriel has not asked your sister upon this errand either. I don't want to role play for her, but...
Yeah. I cannot say why. She is likely doing the respectable thing, unlike her brother.
I think she says she's going to make her like a little bit more dutiful.
Yeah, that's kind
stuff,
of
right?
what, yeah. I think that's what she...
Well, two of you together are greater than one apart. So, there is that. Oh, very well. Judging by the stars in the sky, there are only a few hours before the sun rises. And we will be able to travel without root or rock snagging the hooves of our horses. For now, I will dwell in silence.
He nods, leans back against the cave wall and closes his eyes and rests.
That night passes, and as you rest, there's just a very comforting presence of all the growing and living things around you. The animals you hear kind of scurrying overhead in the branches. You hear them kind of chittering in a playful way. And eventually the sun rises in the east. You see it cresting over the mountains south and east of Ladros, near the pass of Eglon. And as the sun rises, the shadows initially are over you, and then the shadows grow shorter and shorter as the sun warms the earth, and soon Estedir and Thandron are mounting their horses again and heading up into the mountains this time, towards the lands of Beor. As you would know in character, hundreds of years ago, the House of Beor kind of wandered from the far east of Middle Earth, and it kind of was discovered by Finrond Filigand, which my genealogy has been pretty good so far, but I forget the exact relation. I think he's your uncle. Not your uncle, but no, I think he's your lord's uncle.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he brother of Fëanor and all those
Yeah.
dudes?
Yeah. He's a brother of Fingolfin, I believe. The 5 people watching this on the internet are probably super big Tolkien nerds and know. So, actually,
Put it
anyhow,
in the description. We'll go back and edit the right name.
Anyhow, you continue towards Ladros, and you make small talk with Thandron, and it's likely after that good night's sleep, you worked well together, you're getting along. There may be some jokes exchanged about the Lord's disrespect for Thandron and Galadriel's, not disrespect, but cold reception of Estedir. And eventually, you do, in the distance, over a crest, you smell it first. You smell the smell of tobacco and roasting meat. But then you see smoke rising over a hill of pine trees. And as you crest that hill with your horses, you see sheep grazing in a pasture. Now here we are. It seems that maybe our second night could be spent under a roof.
Yes.
As Lord Angrod said, there's been many years since we visited the House of Beor. Perhaps regaining their trust would be of a boon to us.
And I have Thandron, and such a courtly voice as a diplomat to help me.
From last I recall, these men, while they respect those who speak with wisdom, they are also impressed by one who can build fires with their bare hands. One who can live off the land and hunt, gather, camp, and also make merry with drink.
Well, you can show them how to make a fire then, I suppose.
I suppose I can. And as you kind of ride into town, the sun is setting again on the second day. And you actually, the silence and the peace is kind of broken as you hear a lot of kind of shouting and arguing going on from the middle of town.
Wow, this won't go poorly at all. 2 outsiders coming into a dispute.
Well, we don't know what the dispute is about.
It is a dispute.
Perhaps 2 farmers arguing over a sheep.
Fine. He dismounts his horse and leads it forward towards the raucous.
Thandron kind of dismounts his horse as well and says, "Lead the way, Estedir, silver tongue."
I think you have me mixed up with someone else. And he leads his horse through town towards the yelling.
Yeah. Yes, it is said that one sibling cannot get all of the gifts of the Valar. I think the gift of the silver tongue likely fell to your sister.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see what they say when they see 2 elves that they have not seen in years, or probably any of these people have ever seen. I'm sure it will go swimmingly.
I'm sure. And as you enter the town, you see, they kind of turn to your horses. What does your horse look like, Estedir?
It's a black mare, I would say.
Yeah, Thandrin's is like a dapple gray stallion.
Yeah, his is like, he barely uses it. He really likes it, but he's just not a very good rider. He's been sitting on his ass.
Kind of a fatty lumpkin.
Yeah, he's been sitting on his ass for hundreds of years in court, playing the harp and shooting his bow for practice and dueling his sister and stuff like that.
I wonder if the elves' horses live that long too. Who knows? There's probably an answer to it.
I doubt it, but yeah.
Shadowfax, I bet, lived a long time. I bet it's not just like a normal horse here.
Yeah, maybe not.
But anyhow, I digress. So as you walk in, Thandrin has his dapple gray that's kind of like looks very capable and shredded, and yours is a little soft appearing. And there's a throng of people around the middle of town. They're probably gathered around the well in a circle. And you see two men that stand about a head taller than the others, kind of in the middle. And they have their backs to each other, and they seem to they're not in combat with everybody, but it seems that everybody has something to say to them, to argue and complain. You've all seen the scene at work or somewhere else, right? It's all these two guys' fault, and everybody are coming to him with their problem. The tallest there has his back to the well, and you can hear him say, "Very well, very well. I am sure we get to the bottom of this. My brother and I have ministered this village for many years, and our forefathers before us. Losing a few sheep is nothing new. What are you worried about?" You hear one of the farmers say, "It wasn't just a few sheep. It was a dozen sheep. And we found their skulls on pike. Mutilated! Mutilated, I tell you!" And the thongs starts to scream and yell. And you hear a voice of a woman say, "There's a witch! There's a witch among us. I blame the elves. We haven't seen them in Lot these many." And that's when you kind of start to walk in with your horses. And Bear here kind of completes the sentence. "Years?
Where's this witch? You should certainly string them up and put them to flame."
Throng opens up before you and lets in the horses. The folks of this village have no horses.
Yeah, he's a smart ass right away.
Thandrin kind of looks at you. "I can see how this is going to end. Stay your blade, if not your tongue, Estedir."
Well, here we are. You're missing some sheep, are you?
"More than a few sheep. 24 of my sheep." And somebody says, "I lost 5. I lost 3. And somebody goes, "I didn't lose any sheep, but I could have."
Well,
Bear here, who's a little shorter, comes says to you,
you're good.
"What do we owe the pleasure? The house of Finarfin has not visited Ladros in many years." And in character, like there actually is quite a bit of respect between the elves and the House of Bior at this time.
Yeah.
Although it might have faded kind of in character. The lives of the men are short, so
yeah,
it's faded since you haven't kind of kept up the relationship.
Perhaps the same reason that you are all in a tizzy. My friend here, Thandrin, he spied orc, and they fled, and we are seeking them out to destroy them. He shrugs.
Bregalus says, "I do not count it upon my place to give advice to an elf, but whatever your name is, could you please speak more quietly and with more tact? Can you give me a let me look at your skills." By the way, people watching, this is my first time running this. So give me an etiquette. Etiquette or rhetoric. Probably etiquette would be good.
Yeah, I'm not trained. So.
No. And as you say orcs, the throng starts to press in on Bregalus and Barahir. And they say, you hear a voice, the one that was screaming for witch. Witch! Witch! I thought a witch was bad enough, but you mention orcs? Oh Lord, the enemy is upon us. The Dark Lord of the mountains rides again. And then you hear a man say, flee! Flee, all of us! Barahir kind of turns to you and says, I will calm this throng. Please duck inside the cavern, into the tavern. If you can help us solve this mess, it would be much appreciated. And you can hear Barahir says, yeah, orc is among the Eldar a term of, shall we say, endearment. Like I say, oh, you're being such a wolf, or oh, you hound dog. And he's trying to take back this throng as Bregalus kind of guides you into this inn, if you would like to come into it, as Barahir stays outside with the crowd.
Yeah, Estedir just shrugs. Yeah, the problem is my guy has authority. I don't know that I have any status among these people, so I couldn't probably use it instead of my persuasion.
Well, they certainly respect the House of Finrod. So if you want to go out there,
yeah, he would stay there if you believe that it could be done. Then
right.
I would use so I would use authority, and so I roll status instead to do a persuasion.
And that's one of your abilities, correct?
Yes. It lets me use status instead of persuasion for persuasion-like tasks. So.
You'll have to educate them a little bit on that, but yeah, how's it role play out?
I gotta roll it, yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So, how do you set the throng at ease?
People of the Edain are good friends for many hundreds of years. I am from Dorthonion, and I would not lead you astray. Yes, these times may be fearsome. You may be afraid. But take heart. Take heart that these men do not lead you into blindness. For walking in the dark, you have no chance of survival, but looking ahead of you and seeing what is there, then you can fight it. Do not worry. Me and my friend Thandron here, we will clear up any issues with these creatures if they do exist nearby. But you cannot go withless into your corners of these woodland realms and expect anything but, well, failure. You will lose more sheep if you do not face what is coming. Trust me on this, for I have many years to see such things, where your lives are short, and have not seen everything that I have. We are still your friends, and we are here to help you. Take solace with that.
The throng seems to quiet a good bit, and they seem to be considering your words. Then Barahir says, our friend the Noldor here is right. Short are the lives of men, and no one here remembers Finrod Felagund. Now he led us out from the east and gave us these lands of Ladros, but when grace is needed, they are among us. Please give us some short while to take counsel, and perhaps the rest of you shall go to the tavern across the street. He points. Tell the innkeep there that the first round is on Barahir of House Beor. And with that, there's a cry, and they all kind of go into the other bar since Barahir is buying the first round. You guys go into the more cozy tavern across the street, where you can speak a little more quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Thandron says to you, Estedir, my jest was perhaps made in haste. Silver tongue indeed.
It is not silver, it is granite. When you can hold yourself like a lord and you are not one, other men will follow, especially those that, well, those that seek to follow.
You must teach me this trick, if a trick indeed it is. Alas, a very wise maneuver there, Estedir. Remind me to take you with me next time I come afield.
I likely will stay in court next time.
As you head into the inn, the air is thick with smoke. Many different scents of smoke. Lilac, tobacco. There are drinks being served, and Bregalus kind of humbly leads you into a back room. Thank you. I do not believe I have seen your faces, but like you said, both the lives and memory of men are short. I am Bregalus, and this is my brother Barra here. We do what we can to maintain order here, and we are a happy people. But alas, small things cause great worry, like lack of sheep. And then Barra here says, but there is one thing that makes my heart heavy, elf. You mentioned the word orc. Something that has not been seen in these parts for over 100 years.
Yes. Thandron, he saw orc, and they fled. And I am here to help him track them down, and see what mischief they are about. But if they are killing your sheep, which, if they are putting skulls of sheep on pikes, I cannot think of any other creature that would do such nonsense. If it was a wolf, they would just be consumed.
I do not know which is worse. The delusion old maid who thinks that a witch is among us, or perhaps the truth, that the servants of the enemy have made their way as far south as Ladros.
Well, as I said to them, I will say to you, we must open our eyes and see what is true. For us to hide our heads in the sand, as they say, it does us no good.
Bregalos has a mug of ale in his hand by this time, and he takes a drink of it, and smoke is wreathed about his head as he speaks. It's been long years since the men and women of the House of Bayor wandered from the east. We show no small measure of gratitude towards Finrod Filigund and his kin, for you have shown us kindness and gifted us this fertile land. But with long years comes short memories, as you saw from the events in the streets. May now forget the kindness of your people. Your aid in this small matter would help my people see you again in a true light. He looks to his brother Barra here, and you can tell that Bregalus looks really tired. He says, dark have been my dreams of late. I fear there will come a time when we must draw blades together in Noldor. And according to my dreams, it may not be too far in the future.
Dark dreams for dark times, perhaps. I do not envy the person who can see into the future, waking or sleeping. We have such people. He thinks back to an obvious person. And I believe they believe similar things are upon us. I do not have such foresight, but she does, and I trust her, and then I trust you. I would not say that it is all your fault that your people have forgotten the friendship that our kin have kindled. For in our eyes, these past years, they go by like days. And we must take consideration that indeed it is long years for you, and must foster our alliance and friendship. I am happy to aid you in any way I can, with my bow or my sword, or simply my presence. Whatever it suits you. We will find these orcs and kill them. And if that brings your town some relief and your sheep, well, then it is not something we would not do anyway. That it helps us both is, well, fortuitous.
Your words ring in my ears, and they make my heart glad. No, have you introduced yourself, Estedir?
I don't think he has.
Elf, Nodor,
Ah,
friend folk. I use these generalities, but what is your name and that of your friend?
this is Thondrin, the Master of Fires. And I am Estedir. And, what does this damn name mean again? Something of something. I am, well, more a bard than anything. A player of harp, a singer of songs. Not very wise of my people, actually. More of a, not an outcast exactly, but more like a, black sheep of my family, maybe. So think of me of not in such high regard.
You speak with much humility, Estedir, and that is refreshing to see from the Eldar. Rumors are that the sons of Feanor that dwell to the east, they do not think as you do. They do not think highly of Edain. But Finrod, Felagund, and your kin have been nothing but kind to us. In fact, our honor is in part theirs. We wish long allyship into the future. If you and your friend would help us in this deed, it would be much appreciated.
But of course.
And Brigulus and Barahir kind of toast to you. And Barahir says, to Estedir of Dorthonion and his companion. Estedir of Dorthonion and his companion. May they live long years, and he says, which I know they will. And we as well, under the eaves of the beech trees and the firs. And everybody kind of in the bar kind of gives you a cheer.
He nods, and he has a tankard of ale, too. He's not above drinking some ale. He takes a drink, and even though he probably thinks it's not of his taste, he keeps a neutral face as he does so. And to our friends, the Edain, the House of Bill. May our friendship last many generations for you and the rest of ours.
How's that night pass?
Oh, he'll just quietly. He'll actually play the harp for them, and yeah, just
Another performance.
sure. Let me do that. Social perform. Where's perform?
This might summon someone. Not
Oh,
summon,
what a
but
bad roll!
not very good.
Not very good at all.
Right. He's going to summon him, but it'll be a little bitter. At some point during the night, Barahir's younger son, Baran, comes in, and he is worn out from being outside. His cloak is muddied and whatnot, and he looks towards Estedir and Thandra, and Estedir is playing his harp. And what does it look like as you kind of, I don't know, hit the wrong note or chord?
He's just trying to find the right song for Edain. He's kind of overthinking it, and he's like playing songs that he doesn't really know very well. And so he's kind of stumbles over some words. He kind of laughs. Well, my memory is not so good with that one, I guess. Apologies.
Yeah, there's a scene as he comes in. He's about ready to go up to his room when you hit that sour note. He just kind of shakes his head. Elves. And as you may or may not know, he falls in love with Luthien later
Yeah.
and has one of the greatest love stories in Tolkien. But he's not impressed with this.
Yeah. You're not as hot as Luthien. You're not half my hour. She, kind of aside here. I think so. I didn't put any flaws on this character because of you're supposed to assign them. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he has lost love. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if he'll have one
Well,
more.
you mentioned that.
He'll have one more, and you can tell me what that is later. But I should probably roll since the way it's worded is whenever reminded of your loss, which clearly he was. I need to make a fortitude check, or I take a hardship on the all skill rolls for the remainder of this session.
Oh, nice. Love it.
So, I'll make my fortitude roll. It's a hard one. It should be hard. I should say hard.
So I think that's left to look
29,
there.
I think.
Yep.
So, okay. I'm going to spend a fate point to give myself a benefit because I really don't want to fail. So I'll mark that on my sheet. Give me a sec. Stat modifier down 1. Okay. All right, here we go. Fortitude. 1 benefit.
Come on, buddy. Oh, no.
Jeez.
Awful.
All right, well,
Awful.
I take a hardship on every skill check for the...
Smoke belches from Thangorodrim
Yeah.
as Glaurung prepares.
Damn. All right. Yeah, he's...
You get a hardship?
Yeah, I get a hardship on every...
And that's a penalty die now, right?
Yeah, it's a penalty die. So so for the rest of the session, I'll just put a hardship in there. That's on top of any other things like wounds or So yeah, maybe begins to think he's trying to play songs, and he kind of thinks of one that reminds him of Galadriel, and that's the one he messes up on, and it really kind of puts him in a sour mood because he's not used to not playing, or at least playing his harp very well, and he has done neither, and it puts him in a kind of a sour mood, and he's a very moody individual anyway, so he kind of grows quiet, and as Baron stalks off, he says very curt, "Good evening," and scoops up his harp and goes to wherever he's staying for the night.
And, before that, Regulus and Barahir have kind of shown you the lay of the land, the different farms and the mountain ranges and where things are. I mean, it's pretty far. Stuff is pretty far away. Half a day's journey, depending. And I want you to kind of give me a little bit of role play. Maybe you're not looking very well rested in the morning or something.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't sleep. He's basically thinking about Galadriel the entire time, and I should have said this, I should have said that. We don't speak that much. I shouldn't have been so curt. I shouldn't have been so, so aloof. I should have looked back at her when we were riding away. What if, all those kind of things.
Tendrin says, "I dare say, Estedir, your face looks a little low, stretched, and gaunt, and I thought bags under the eyes were only for the Dane."
Well, I did not have a restful sleep. I believe there was a lump in my mattress.
A pebble, perhaps. I slept quite soundly. Fellowship, ale, the blessings of the friend of our kin Finrod. What more is there to ask for?
Well, you are used to sleeping on the hard earth. I am used to sleeping on silken sheets. Perhaps my perhaps my usual accommodations just are not suitable for this sort of a trip. Maybe I should not have left. Regardless, let's find these foul beasts if they exist and slay them so we can return.
I agree. I'll speak no more of it. For the morning is young, and the day may be long. We have over hill and over dale to ride. Actually, I think at this point, probably the train's gotten a little too rough. Kind of far north of Ladros.
Maybe leave the horses at the village.
Maybe at the village. Yeah, so you're starting to kind of get up into the mountains that kind of form that northern border of Ladros. Now you're going on foot. Now and again, Thandron stops and kind of checks the soil and goes to a stone and kind of looks along the trees, trying to track the orcs. And let's see how easy it is. It's going to be a pretty tough one.
Can I assist him?
Yep. With a successful, it's going to be for you to assist. We're going to do 2 out of 3.
Do you want to? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to do 2 out of 3.
Okay.
So for you to assist, it's going to be 29.
Okay. I'm not gonna pass this, but
Now you get a hardship too, don't you?
Minus 14
Nope.
too. Rough.
Damn.
It exploded. I do not assist.
So I'm going to make a survival and see if he hits it without.
He might.
I don't know if he will.
What is he going for? Hard?
That's mental. No, desperate.
Oh.
His is going to be desperate. Yours is hard. Senses.
38.
Survival. Where's survival?
It's under intelligence.
Mental. There you go. So he gets nothing. He gets nothing. No. First part of the day is squandered. Tell me what that looks like, because you're distracted.
Yeah, he's trying to help Thandrin, but he kind of expects him to do this because he's more used to being out in nature and survive, tracking and such, and he's not much of a help at all. And when Thandrin just doesn't do very well, he's like, he just kind of shrugs.
All right, second part of the day. Try to pull it together, Estedir. Give me another one. Yours is hard.
Okay. Survival.
She said.
Survival. Nope. Not good enough roll.
Mine was crappy too. Let's see.
They are not.
No.
Nope.
Kind of give me your mood and stuff as night falls and you have passed the pastures. You've gone up into the hills. You've gone to the area that Thandrin says, this is where he saw them. I don't know if doubt is creeping into your mind. Maybe he did just chasing raccoons through the woods. I don't know.
Estedir just these orc, they seem to be quite far away already. I thought you would be able to catch their trail by now.
Thought I'd be able to catch their trail. It's been at least 6 days since we've seen them. Of course they've moved on. But we do know they've been mutilating the sheep, the livestock of these good men and women of Ladros. They must be around here somewhere.
I'm sure that you will find them.
Give me a perception, Estedir.
Am I looking for something, or am I looking at him? Is he...
Oh, you're just looking around still. You're still searching the area.
I'm pretty sure that's trained. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put a hardship in, so here. Subtract that.
No, it's still good. Still beats 21, right?
Yes.
Yep. So you get as you're like almost kind of not an argument with Thandron, but a little bit of a, it's your fault,
Yeah,
type of
right.
situation. You stumble past a tree and you notice a hewn symbol in it, a carved rune with a very bad picture on there. Not bad as in like dirty, but
Orc porn.
poorly, like a fifth, 5-year-old would
Yeah.
make it, right?
Thandron,
So
have you
find
been
this-
here before? You're practicing your
So you-
drawings.
You find this rune hidden in the tree. I'm gonna let you try to interpret it, but kind of give me your reaction first.
Yeah, he sees it. That's what he says.
Not by.
He says,
yeah.
Thandron, have you been drawing, carving wood here? Look at this.
Carving wood. What do you speak?
I,
When I roam in these hills and these streams, I leave no trace of my presence.
well, perhaps you brought an Edane child. It looks like a hand that is unpracticed in anything. He waves at it. I do not know what this is, but it is certainly not natural. Even my eyes can spot that.
He kind of looks at it. Do not think that our quarry is far from here. Can you give me a career check, Estedir?
Noldor warrior. Career. I do have some career. Is it applicable?
Yep.
Okay.
If you've been around the siege of
Oh,
Angband
and that's
stuff.
not even with my hardship. I forgot that again.
Oh, that's not very good.
18.
not very good.
Yeah, I fail.
Let me see if he can do his.
Gosh.
Let me see if
Galadriel's gonna get me killed. Flaws can be
What's
brutal
career
in
under
this game.
social?
It's under lore. Mental.
Oh, there's a lore.
Mm-hmm.
21 just made it.
It's under knowledge, sorry. That's what I meant to say, not lore.
Yep.
Lore's a
Yep,
skill.
just made it.
Yep.
He kind of looks at you. You don't recognize this glyph, Estedir. Elf of songs who traverse the Helcarax under Fingolfin.
I am
This doesn't mean anything
distracted,
to you.
Thandron. What is it? Stop your preaching.
It says Grond, hammer of the underworld. Our orcs aren't far from here.
The
Is that
enemy's
that point?
weapon? They are writing glyphs about that? Why?
I know not. I know not why orcs would be this far south of Angband either. But do smell that? Upon the wind? Something foul. And Thandron kind of walks through the water down here. And let me figure out something else. He kind of
I'll follow your nose.
he pulls back a couple branches and kind of looks away, just disgusted. And you see like these flayed lamb carcasses with like glyphs and runes carved into the flesh. Their heads have been removed, but their tongues are still kind of hanging out the bottom of the throat. Oh, no man of the House of Beor did this.
I think that is quite clear. So where are they? Would they leave these things to just rot? Would they come back to eat them? What would they do, Master of Fires? My knowledge of the orc is not as great as yours, perhaps.
They are not wise. They are not fools. At least when we consider the way that wolves are not fools. They can go for days in the wild, storing away their food. And he starts to kind of explain to you the ways of the orcs. When make me a perception check.
Man. Keep me away from that lady. Jeez. This is going bad.
He made it at least. And he kind of looks up and says, yeah, quick, to your right. And suddenly you kind of hear guttural voices approaching, and you hear one of them say, there they are, close to our food. And you know what that means.
I do. The Cockney accent gives it away.
All right. So they don't catch you completely unawares, but you don't catch them unawares either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See if this music works. There we go. All right, you're probably gonna have to talk me through this at least a little bit.
Sure.
All right, here we go. So you look to your left. Basically, these carcasses are in these bushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out of the forest spring several figures, at least you can see through the gloom. Because it took you so long to find them, this is actually nightfall at this point. So they don't get a hardship or anything, unfortunately, against them because it's nighttime.
Okay.
Thandron says, draw alarms, Estedir. The time is upon us to take your lady's trophy.
He just grunts. Do we have time to arm ourselves without making actions before combat, or?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, he would grab his bow.
He met his perception at least.
Okay.
So you're not going to get totally surprised. So people watching first time running this, Tet, you're probably going to have to give me a little bit of guidance through here.
Of course.
So initiative,
Yep.
correct?
Initiative. Yep.
All right. And so we're going to roll initiative for these folks here. And I'm going to do Thandron as well.
My suggestion is to put a track the AP with in front of the decimal point.
A 0 point. Okay.
And then if they roll
No,
a single
someone else
digit,
go.
do 0.0 whatever it is.
Add +3 to your pre-roll modifier when determining initiative.
Yeah, so he'd just have 30.
No, not for Estedir. This is for the orcs,
Mm-hmm.
or for one of them at least, for a couple of them.
Gotcha.
All right.
They have
So,
keen.
so they have keen. So he would do combat menu, initiative,
Might be able to actually.
benefit nothing, trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
additional
actually
mod,
do the updating
put
of the
3.
turn order for you, just to help you out.
Thanks. So you put 3 for additional
Yep,
mods, right? Okay.
I can't do those guys though.
Let's roll them real quick. Sure. So they have keen. Archers, they have keen. They do. Keen 1. Not keen wall, but keen 1.
Oops. My initiative should be D10 less, actually.
Ooh, Captain. Baller. So you just usually put a 0 in front of them. 0 point.
Yeah. And that's how I track AP. It's easier than doing it on the token.
Oh, yeah. For sure. That way you can auto-sort it, right?
It's just kind of a little bit of a pain at the beginning of combats to set up.
Yeah, this isn't a huge combat. So not the big deal. So then I do sort descending. That's it, right? Sort captain.
Are we doing hexer units?
It's hex. Hexes are on the map. I just didn't like the way it looked.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you move your guy, it'll tell you how many
Okay.
hexes you're moving.
I've been doing the measuring tool and it looked like it worked. I was just confused. Okay, good.
Yeah, right.
Cool,
It's
cool,
on
cool,
hexes. Wonder why it's only playing the first track of the playlist when I do that.
That's medium.
Loop, shuffle.
25.
All right. So orc captain. All right. So talk me through move here.
Well, he can move or run. If he runs, he can run up to 5 AP worth. A run will move him double his speed value. So if he's per unit. So if he wants to run, he can basically move a maximum of 10 hexes if his speed is 1 for 5 AP. If he walks, he can walk 5 hexes for 5 AP.
Right.
The difference is if he runs, he has a negative to attack and a negative for me to attack him or anybody to attack him until his next turn.
He's going to run for 5 hexes to here. Then
Okay, so that would cost him 3 AP.
3. That's 10 hexes. I'm sorry. So it'd be 5.
Yep, 5. And then what I do is I usually I use a pink bubble and put a 3 in there. He's -3 to hit, -3 to hit anything else.
And I just changed his turn to 5.34.
Yes. And it looks like he has cover too, so.
Yeah, so that's why you move down there. So you do like a pink bubble, and so he gets a 3
Yep.
to hit them. And so it didn't automatically sort it. Hang on, I think maybe I have to click a button for auto sort.
There's you have to update it. Yeah, or there might be an auto sort too, yeah.
All right, so Orc Archer goes next. So, so he would want to move and shoot at Thandron. So he can move 5 hexes for
5 AP. Unless he's
5
running.
AP. Yep, that would not let him shoot then, right?
He's moving. He can't shoot anyway.
Yep. So 5 point. Boom. Those are 5. Hang on, let me automatically sort initiative. Boom. Apply. That will auto sort it. Perfect. Okay. So Thandron, for his turn, he is going to shoot at the archer as he moves. So if he's just walking, there's no penalty,
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how do you determine range?
So what's the range on his bow? He should have a range. Does he just have a normal bow?
Yeah, same.
So it's 8. So anything that is 1.5 high or low is medium. So it looks like he has.
So it'd be medium.
Yep, I would say medium.
So you do a medium shot on the Orc Archer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come menu. He can aim for 1, all right?
Yep, that would bump his AP up to 1 though. It's not the same action. It's a different action. So yeah.
He's just gonna shoot. I'll just shoot. Bow. Orc Archer. Benefit nothing. I think his dead. What's the one you have on your bow?
Mortal danger.
Yeah, I think his is actually on his sword. So
That's
medium.
only if you hit anyway. He hit. He hit. It's all worked in. Yeah, the the range is worked in, and the range bands are and his his base minion defense.
So he's a minion. Okay, so his things will be 2. So what happens then?
So his 8 plus, you would take 8 plus 4, right? So it's 12, and then hit him in the left arm. So it's at 9. So what's his armor on that area?
So why do you say 9 then?
Because right arm strike is -3. It doesn't do as much damage when you get hit on the arm.
Okay, so that's the levels of success. Mm-hmm. So with the minions though, they just have 1 armor over everything. Right?
They have whatever their armor is. It is the same everywhere. Yes.
Okay, so so for his arm then, he has, I think, probably leathers. Let me look. Oh, nothing on the arms. Gotta keep those arms free.
Well, he would have the same everywhere, typically, unless you wanted to do it differently. That's fine.
I actually set them up. I set them up individually, and then I saw the rules.
It's up to you. It doesn't matter.
I think the rules just to make it easier.
Yeah, it
right?
is. Mm-hmm.
So if he has nothing.
Okay.
Since I said
so if he has nothing, so 8, 4, so 9. What's his win level?
I think 12. Yeah, 12.
It does not hurt him then.
Oh no.
Yep.
So it just sticks in his arm, and he just kind of breaks it off. It's been too long since I tasted man flesh.
We're not men.
Oh.
We're not men. Don't kill us.
He thinks you are in the dark though, because you're up in Ladros, right?
Mm-hmm.
This worked. Right?
So you want to give Thandron a 3 because he did a standard attack. That's 3 AP.
Okay. So 3.27. Okay. Okay. All right, it's making more sense. Right. So actually, you'll be next. No.
It's going from bottom up right now.
After the decimal. Descending.
There you go. It's that back archer.
I was trying to... So it goes from bottom up, but then on the first round, you really pay attention to the initiative, right?
Yeah, it's basically...
if there's a tie, you look at the initiative.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So it's the back archer. Okay. He'll be able to go 5 hexes for... That's 5/8 AP.
Yep, if he's just walking. Yep.
Yep. Then Thandron would have been able to go before him, so he will not be able to go again, correct?
If he's just walking, he's at 5 AP, and then it stops.
Yeah.
And you recalculate every time.
Fuck, what was his? 5. Problem is it deletes his initiative once I clicked on the box.
It was 0.26. You just, it was 5.26. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Okay, so then it would be Orc Warrior's turn. He's going to run towards him. So you can do 5. But he gets the bubble too, right?
So when I try to shoot him, I'll take a -3. He's medium range.
You're last, huh?
Yep. My hardship.
This guy's just gonna run in around the rock.
I gotta stay away from Galadriel. That's what it boils down to. There you go.
3. 5.2. And now your turn.
I'm going to first I'm gonna shoot the guy in front of me. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Dude.
Yeah, he's at medium range. He's 6 hexes away. My bow's 8, so it's in that band there. So that doesn't help. So
it's 1.5, so you get a little buffer. Okay,
so
got
1.5 up or down. I have sniper, but sniper only matters at long and extreme range, so it doesn't help. So I'm basically just going to be shooting with a hardship. Bow. Did I click it? Bow. There you go.
And it's a -3.
Yeah, I put a -3 in my additional mods and 1 hardship as well, and then he's medium range. I hit. I still definitely hit. So 23.
Level 15.
So 27. What is his armor?
His armor on the torso.
Piercing.
Piercing on the torso is 4.
Okay, so it has piercing, so it brings it down to 2 because it has the piercing trait, which halves whatever you have. So that would be 25. 27 minus 2 is 25. Is he a foe?
No, he's a minion.
Okay. What's his wound level then?
15, so I kill him, right?
Dead.
What does that look like?
Yeah, he just shoots him in the throat. Very rapidly.
And that's just an attack. Is that just a 3?
Yep.
You can change that then.
Yep, I
okay,
got that.
That's why you change it.
And then it is Thandron's turn.
Thandron's turn. So Thandron has his bow out. 16, he's got to move. Thandron. Actually, shoot at this guy. He is... Let me see how many hexes away.
It's long range for
16
him.
hex. Let's do it. He's pretty good. So an attack is 3.
Yep.
So he could aim and attack and still go first.
That's
And twice an attack and still go first.
if he's not ahead of everybody, so some people would go before him.
No, okay, let's just aim and then attack. So he uses his bow. And for it's 1 benefit from aiming,
Yes.
correct?
Aiming 1 time.
And trained, additional mods. He does not have that. Hardships, nothing. And it's going to be long. He's a minion. Don't fail me now, Master of Fires.
Miss.
Oh, no!
Yeah, look at his. So his base defense is -18, which is tough. And then one of those dice exploded on the range dice. So he definitely whiffs.
His base defense negative.
And he should have another -3 because the Orc Warrior ran last time. Yeah.
Yeah, his base defense is 18. It was 16, but he has hard to hit, I think it's called.
Hard to hit 2.
Or whatever. Yeah. Something that
Yep,
brings
hard
it
to
up
hit brings it up 1 per rank. Yep. Cool.
What he has. Make sure I didn't do it wrong. Yeah, hard to hit 1 and hard to hit 2.
That would do it. So he would be
All
he
right,
would
so
be
he
at
misses.
7 now.
Yeah, actually, I mean, this is... So 7.7.
I'm going to aim 1 at the Orc Archer, and then that'll put me at 4. That still puts me first, and then I'll fire. So I'll be at 7 as well. Now, it's long range for me, but I have sniper, so it's actually at medium range.
Nice.
So I'll do that.
Make it... Come on, don't be an Angrod.
Yeah. No benefit. Trained. Additional mods. Nope. 1 hardship. Medium range. That's a hit. That's 12. -3, so it's 11. What's his armor on his...
So 12 minus 3. Armor on left leg.
Piercing.
2.
So it's 1. So it hit him for 10. What's his wound level?
His wound level is 15.
It didn't hurt him.
Nothing. So it hits him in his leg.
Unless he's a minion too.
He's a minion.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So just talk me through this. So 8 plus 4 is 12.
Yep. 8 plus 4 is 12.
Armor would be 2, but it's really only 1 because of piercing. Yep. So 11.
11. And then subtract the 13 for hitting him in the leg, or the 3 for hitting him in the leg.
The 3 from hitting him in the leg, so that'd be 10. 10 is less than 15, so it's a minion and nothing.
Yep.
Makes sense. Okay. Easy enough. He gets to go now. He closes on you very quickly. He's going to run. He's going to run 10 hexes and keep his 3 penalty. As you guys see, this guy barreling upon you, that'd be another 5.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So it'd be 10.2. Let me click in there for some reason.
It can be a pain, yeah.
Literally won't let me click in there.
And his?
Yeah, it's a problem with Earthful 20. Hang on a second. Yeah, refresh. Not let me double click on anything.
Lovely.
There you go. Should be 10.2. Boom. All right, 10.2. He goes to the top, which leaves this guy. He's there. He's dead. Orc Archer is going to shoot at Thandron. He kind of posts up and fires at him. So 13. So if it's... He has a short bow, actually, which is 6. So that'd be long range for him, right?
Yep.
He's not going to be able to hit him. Let's see what happens, though.
You could also aim and stuff.
Yeah, let's have him aim once.
Yep.
So short bow. Sandrin. Benefit 1. Oh, it's a hit.
That's it, yep.
All right, so let me try to do this. Let me see. So, okay. So 4 plus piercing 3. And let me see what Landrin's armor is on his right leg. Nothing.
Okay. So piercing doesn't matter.
So,
Short bow doesn't
4
even
plus
have piercing.
So 7.
Yeah.
7, but then minus 3 because of the level of success because leg, because it'd be 4.
Yep.
So he take it injury.
Well, what's his wound level?
That's 14.
What's his injury level? 7.
Yeah.
So nothing.
Is it the blue
Yep.
bubble?
So nothing.
Nothing. Oh man, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
So so it'd go up 4, yep. Right? So 9. 9.26. Boom. I wish there. Oh, there. Sorted automatically. Perfect. All right. And this one's going to. Let's see. Can he aim twice and shoot? He can.
If you have the
He's gonna shoot at you.
orc captain.
No, this archer here.
Oh, okay.
This
That's
guy.
fine.
He's next, right?
No, but orc captain's up next. It has a 34.
Oh, so if it's a tie,
It's not
it
a
goes
tie.
to the
He's
highest.
34. Orc archer's 32. You look at that. Oh, you read it
Yeah.
left to right, right? So
Yeah.
AP is a tie, but initiative orc captain's higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So orc captain goes first. He's gonna try to get around this rock. Do you have to run in a straight line or no?
That's up to you.
Nah. He runs there. It's gonna be 5. So it'll be at 10.34.
Mm-hmm.
Archer's turn. So he will aim at you and fire.
Long range.
He aims twice and fires, actually.
Actually, it's more than double. That's is that long range or
14.
so?
It is more than double because he has short bow.
I'm pretty sure
6,
that's
I think.
extreme range.
Yeah, the short bow range is 6. Extreme. He ain't gonna do that. Let's just say he moves. He moves 4, and let's say that's like a partial cover. That way we can talk about the cover rules too. All right, so his move. That was 4 hexes. That would just be 4 AP.
Yeah, if he's just walking. Yeah.
So 9.32. Okay. And Thandrin's turn. Alright, I'm going to say he wants to fire down at this dude with his bow.
Yep.
And Thandrin can aim once and still shoot. He can aim twice and still shoot. So that's what he'll do.
Well, know that he would not be the highest in initiative if he did that. His initiative is still lower than people with 9. So he would tie them, but his initiative is lower than Orc Archer and both Orc Archers. Well, one of the Orc Archers. If you want to keep...
He could aim and...
He could aim once and shoot and be in front of him. It depends how closely you want to... It depends if their action is going to matter, I guess.
So, if he aimed, they'd bring it up to 8. And if he shot, they'd bring it up to...
11.
11, right? But then these Orc Archers still go in front of him no matter what.
Well, no, he would go. If he's at 8, then he goes. Then he's at 11, and he's cool. But if he aims twice, he's at 9.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So 9.32 would go first.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so he would aim once then. And he'll shoot at the dude.
Yeah, and I think that Archer would matter because he's right next to him.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just blow by it if I know that other character doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm. So that's 6. It's still medium then. If it's 8,
Yeah,
I think a bow is 8.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hit.
All right. So we got 12 plus 4 is 16. Minus the 3 would be a 13. Let me see what the soak is on his leg. So piercing is going to be 1, so I bring it down to 15. So if it meets his wound level, what does that do?
Kills him. But I don't think it does. It's 12 plus 4, 16. Minus 3
16.
is 13. Minus 1 is 12, right?
Oh, I forgot to minus the 3 from the leg. Oh man, you got hit hit him in the core, Thandrin.
Yeah, these guys have good base
All right.
defense.
Yeah, they're good, and he has like chain in his chest or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they're closed on you guys.
I gotta give us some
So
more
that
time.
would
Yeah,
4.
that'd be the 11.
So you go to 11.27.
Should I do a rush shot? That's gonna give me 2 hardships. I'm gonna do it. Why not? I'm gonna do a rushed attack. That's not gonna help me because that'll put me at 9. That guy might.
You get -3 since he's running.
Yeah, -3 plus 2 hardships. Yeah, not right now. I'll just do a normal shot, I guess. I'm not gonna aim because I don't want to. I want to slow this down a little bit. So that'll put me at 10. Fine. Yeah, I'm gonna aim actually. That'll put me at 11. I'm gonna shoot the dude right in front of me. Combat. Bow. Boom. Benefit 1. Trained. Additional mods -3. Hardship 1. Medium range. Miss. Yep, I miss.
So what does it look like as you guys are on this embankment?
Yeah, he's
which is sheep carcasses.
yeah, he
behind
just
you.
is just trying to just shoot as quick as possible. He aims just briefly on this one as he's running, and it just flies kind of behind him. I just rolled crappy.
So this orchard seeing you is still deer. 1.5. It's gonna be long for him.
Yep.
He's gonna aim and fire at you. Now I can see you clearly in this dim twilight. Elves, The House of Finrod. Take you home. Gnaw on your fingers. Master will be so pleased. Garthauer, Sauron, Lord of Wolves, will give me much reward. You would kind of know these maybe like Sauron is their lieutenant, and that name would strike fear into your heart. It's funny, he's just like a second in command.
Yeah, right.
He's just a lieutenant. All right. So combat. Short bow. Estedir. Benefit 1 from the aim. Trained. No additional. It's going to be long. Ooh.
Ouch.
So 19.
Wow.
Okay, let's see if I get this right. So 19. And you subtract 3 because of the right leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to go back to 16.
I'm pretty sure I have.
And then what's your wound level? 14.
Yeah, I'll take a wound. I have no armor on my leg. Yeah, so I take a wound. So what you would do, or I do, so I'm going to take a wound. So on the wounds tab, I'd go and put on that first wound level. I usually just tell where they are. So right leg, and then 19 was the level success, yeah? No, it was 16. 16 is the level of success.
Oh, yeah, because it was leg, so -3. And you have no armor on that leg.
So I put right leg on there, and that's it for now. Then we'll figure out how it impacts me after combat. Now you would put a wound in the wound hardships part. So I can do that just to help you.
So did your wound level go down to 13 then?
No, that's not how it works. So you have injuries and wounds. Now I have 1 wound, and now I take a wound hardship for everything I do.
Ooh.
Yeah, so now I have 2 hardships. For sure.
Take you back to Sauron.
Yep, maybe.
All right. So that's the orc archer. So he does a 13.26.
Damn. What a roll. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just shoom, right in his thigh.
Actually, I moved the wrong one.
Did you? You did, but just if the other guy had the same, so you can go too.
The other guy's going to do the same thing, but he's going to aim. It's just going to be extreme range for you, I think.
Yeah, that would definitely be extreme. 17, yeah.
He'll do the same thing. Short bow. Estedir. Benefit 1 for aiming. Trained. No additional mods. No hardship. Extreme range. Flies wide.
Yes.
He was emboldened by his friend. Snarlbag. His name's Snarlbag. He got hit on Elf, so he gets a name. He's going to just turn into a nemesis.
Yeah, he's going to be like Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a fun mechanic, actually. Like if minions start to get hits on people, they grow in stature. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so he would go to the top, and then it would be Orc Warrior would be next. Oh, boy. So he... would be able to close with 5, but he would not be able to do anything.
Yep. Is he not running, though?
No, he's not running now.
Take off that bubble.
So 5.2 or 15.2. 15.2. Take that off. It's his shot. Or captain's turn. He is going to run. He's just like, the slaves of Ayuvatar have come upon us. Show him the wrath of Sauron. And he will move. 10 hexes. He's a big dude, you guys see. So he keeps the bubble. Yeah, he's 15.34. Estedir, Thandron's up actually, right?
Yep.
With bows adjacent, they probably take a penalty, right?
They technically don't take a penalty, but the guy can dodge or block them from this range without penalty.
Or captain can't though.
Or captain's in bad spot. But if
he's in a bad spot.
if like we start drawing our swords, we provoke a potential opportunity attack because that's a movement action. So shooting is not like I'm going to shoot this guy point blank if he's still alive. But
this dude,
yeah, if it's my turn. But like Thandron, if he shoots him point blank, the orc warrior could dodge instead of using his base defense. I think
he's probably going to try to shoot the orc captain.
Yeah.
Then.
Now that's good. That's because he's going to be able to point blank range.
Well, yeah. He'll be able to aim and shoot then.
Yeah, and he's in point blank range.
So yeah, he's barreling down on him. He says, "Elberus Gathoniel, speed my arrow along," and he lets it loose. Let's see what happens.
He does take that -3, though.
Yep.
But point blank is no range dice, which is quite helpful.
Yeah, he might smoke him. So -3 with the additional mods, right?
It's a hit, at least.
12. I mean, it's not that great of a roll, though. No explosions with that many dice? Come on, people! Yeah. So 12 plus 4 is 16. Hit him in the torso. Fuck, he's probably going to have armor there. That guy. 4, so that's piercing. So piercing is always half?
Yes. Half rounded up.
Okay. So let me get this right. So 12 plus 4, 16. Yep. It would be -2, so 14.
Yep.
It's a torso strike, so nothing. But fuck, his wound level 16. Doesn't do anything?
Well, is he a minion?
A foe.
Yeah, so it does.
No,
so if it's a foe, he takes an injury.
Because that beats his injury level. Okay.
So it takes an injury. So that you just
so I click,
tick on the injury there.
Wounds and injuries. And then I say torso effects.
No, you don't have to do that for injuries. Injuries are just a static -3 that disappear after combat. So.
In a stack, right?
In a stack. What do you mean?
Like if he keeps taking more and more injuries.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to use it as like red.
I usually use yellow and red for wounds. I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But
so I'll just say. Yeah, I'll just say injury. 3.
Well, I put a 1 on there because that's how many injuries he has. If you put on his injury box. You see that on the skill list, right? Okay, so if you look on skill and modifiers, if you go it's the base. Mm-hmm. So to the right, underneath where break threshold is, all that stuff. Do you see where it says injuries and wounds? On the skill and modifier sheet. Well, it's actually on every sheet. It's at the very top. So you see where speed, size, wound level.
Yes.
At the very bottom, you see where injuries is.
Yes.
Put a 1 in there, and then it'll automatically give him a -$3 rolls.
And I won't have to even do it.
You won't have to do anything for that.
Awesome. Perfect. And that 1 just for my note.
Yep. Just so you know, he has one
yellow
wound or 1 injury. Sorry.
Perfect. All right. So that would take 14.19.
Well, 14.27. You did me, but that's okay.
Fuck.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to shoot anyway.
You guys are always together. Yeah, this initiative will take a little bit getting used to completely.
So you can just do Thandron, make him 14. But I'm going to just shoot point blank at this guy. Bow. Benefit, nothing. Trained. Additional mod, nothing. Hardship 1. Point blank or adjacent. So that's a hit. A 0 is technically a hit.
It's not quite its wound level, though.
Yeah, so 4 damage. Yeah, that isn't gonna hurt him. Nope. Nope. Shit.
Okay. So...
Yep, and then just make Thandron 14, because we both did the same action.
So it'd be 14.
14, 2, 7 on Thandron, 14, 1, 9 for me.
Yeah, Orc Archer, okay. So he's going to... He sees the elves being overwhelmed. He says, "Why did they send so few to take care of us? Do they not know that Sauron would only send his most loyal servants?" So he's just going to move 5 hexes.
Okay. That's your bottom Orc Orchard, by the way. If you hover on them, it'll...
Oh, that one?
They go
Oh,
at the same
crap.
time. It's fine. Doesn't matter. But yeah,
So this one.
technically.
So he'll be 18.26. Snarl bag. At the cunt. So he shoots at... Are there any penalties for
There
shooting?
absolutely
he's kind of
is.
obstructed.
There absolutely is.
Yeah, he's like way obstructed,
So
right?
yeah, so there's a couple penalties. Number 1, there is a penalty to shooting into melee. So he would take he maybe he doesn't care, right? But if he does care, he needs to take a hardship in order to not hit his friend if he misses. So if he misses and shoots in melee and doesn't...
This is the first age orc. He cares.
Okay. Well, then he would take
He's
a
not like one of
hardship.
those rude third ages.
He would take a hardship, and he's probably shooting through Orc Captain, which is a line of sight thing,
Yeah.
so he'd take a -3 to shoot through. Now, if he
So
if he
hardship
shot
plus a
me,
-3.
he would be going through 2 people, so it'd be a -6.
It's a 9, so it's still medium range for him, thankfully. So 6 plus 3 is half of that, so it'd be still medium, right? Yeah, he's going to shoot at Thandron. He rolled a 1. All right, here we
So
go.
-3
Snarl bag.
and a hardship.
Snarl bag the hero.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot at Thandron. Take 3, you said?
-3 and a hardship. Yep. If he doesn't want to hit his buddy. Miss.
Ah, I
Just
misses.
Had to shoot over that guy's head.
And that will... He didn't even name, though, so I'll bring him just up to 16.32. See here. So if we go from top to bottom, it would be Estedir again? Or Thandron. It'd be Thandron, right? Thandron, I think, is going to try to still take out this Orc Captain. He's barreling in on him, and he looks pretty mean there. I don't think he has time to aim and still go.
Nope,
Actually,
he sure does not.
He'll just shoot. But like you said,
Point blank is a good,
it's a
pretty good spot to
pretty
be in
good.
if you're an archer, but for a little bit at least.
no benefit. he's still running, so I still get the -3, right?
Put one in his head. Come on. Oh, I
What
missed.
the hell? How is this possible?
12-3-1. Yep.
No wonder Aegnor was giving him shit. This is Aglaron's
he rolled
descendant.
He doesn't have
ancestor.
anything in bows? Oh, you rolled the orc captain.
Oh, thank God.
I was like,
goodness.
wait. Yeah, you just must have had him selected.
I was clicked on the wrong thing. All right, Jesus.
He has
Christ.
a long axe. Oh shit.
This is Aglaron's ancestor.
He has a long axe. That's not
He couldn't
good.
hit their
That's
bronze.
not good. Please hurt him.
Yeah, he does. He's tough. Benefit none. Trained yes. Additional mods -3. Hardships nothing. Point blank. Boom. 18.
Yeah, there you go.
18 plus 4 torso strike. That's good. So that's what 22. That's gonna hit.
Something. Yeah.
So torso armor. What did I say?
I think you said it was 4. I think you said it was chain, which I'm pretty sure is 4.
Yeah, 4. Doesn't matter though, right? So that would beat his. So
It would be 18 plus 4 minus 2. Yep, that's what it would be.
18 plus 4 minus 2. So that would still be 16.
It would be 20.
Yeah. So he would take a wound.
Nice. Does he actually have mortal danger on that bow? Like it says that he does?
He does.
Then he takes an injury as well.
Boom. All right. So I'm gonna go to the sheet. I'm gonna get injuries. I'm gonna put that to 2, and I'm going to put this to 2, and then talk me through the wounds here.
For NPCs, I usually don't care about their actual wounds, right? Especially if they're So just mark up their wound to 1. So it says injuries 2, and then right below it, it says wounds.
That's it. I mean that cooks it in.
That cooks
Easy.
it in. Yep.
Easy peasy.
And then I would put a red bubble with a 1 in it. Yep.
And then that would be only 3 AP, right?
Yep.
That's 17.19.
Yep. That was me, but that's fine. I go with Andron, so he's got 27. I have 17. You just added AP to him instead of me. It doesn't matter.
All right.
So
your
I'm
turn.
gonna shoot this orc warrior, I guess. I'd really like to shoot this other guy though. Point blank range. I just have a -3 for shooting through him. Would it be point blank for me? Yes, it would. It'd be close range. It wouldn't be point blank. I have 14. I'm gonna aim 1, and it'll put me at 15 to 7. There's nobody. Oh no, I can't do that. He'll go. The orc captain will go. I guess I'm gonna
No, you don't want
I
that.
don't want that. I'm gonna shoot the orc captain. Because I think he's gonna come in hot. Fuck it. I'm gonna shoot this orc warrior. All right, now I'm at 17. Combat. Bow. I gotta get this guy off me so I can get my sword out. Trained. Additional mods. None. Hardship 1. Point blank adjacent. Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
22 minus whatever his. Yeah. Yeah, he just finally, he's like hurt. So if you hover over kind of to see the math, right? You see what I rolled. That's the first bit. And then the -19, I think, is the wound hardship, and then -1 is the other hardship, or back and forth. I can't remember. And then -18 is his base defense. So, yep, he could have dodged, but I don't know if he wanted to. Instead of, he'd have to get better than 18 for it to matter. Yeah, he just shoots him straight in the chest as he's like almost like right next to him. Okay, that's good.
Too late, elf prince. And like this orc captain, you see, he has like this giant fucking two-handed axe. You can use curse words in the first age. You can't in the
That's
first age is
against
dark.
your.
No, man. First stage. This is gonna be sad one.
Mm,
He like slings up this thing. He's like, "I will have your head and put your tongue upon a spit as a delicacy for my friends." And yep. Did you put your APs
yeah,
on there?
I'm on there. I'm at 17 now.
17. All right. Snarl back. It's going to go here. So Orc Captain goes next, right? Who's he going to go after?
Well, he's got some. He's gonna have to do a lunge attack to hit either of us. Actually, he can only hit Thandrin if he does a lunge attack. He can't do it to me.
Oh, yeah, because yes, use AP to even move a little bit closer, right?
So there's something called lunge attack, which you can move one and attack, and it takes it's -3.
All right, let's do that. Just to learn the mechanics of the game. Yeah, so he has his battle axe at the ready, but it's not fully wound up and ready to go. And being as impatient as he is, he lunges at Thandrin. So what's the AP for that? Do you remember? 4. So it'll be a 19.34. And it's just like a regular attack, but would you say at a -3?
Yep. And then you can get rid of that pink bubble because he's not running anymore. So all your wound and the 2 injuries should be baked in.
All right, here we go. Benefit, nothing. Trained, additional odds. Oh crap! I clicked through it.
Or you can just eyeball it too if you want.
Oh no!
That did not. Yeah, that's all right. -6, -3. Yeah, that's right.
He's tough. He's a foe.
Well, I mean, the wound hardship was only a -1.
Yeah. Didn't hurt him at all.
Well, he can dodge. I mean, he can try to dodge. So right now he would, right? Thranduil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless his base defense is higher than a 41. I mean, I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Roll high, please. So now you do the 29 minus the 41.
So that's 12. That's not as bad at all. But then you have to do 12, and then you go bludgeoning 8, right?
Yep.
So that's 20.
And then
minus so 20, so 17 because it's right arm. And let's see, what did I say? 17.
Yep. You said 17.
So let me see what his armor is on the right arm. Nothing. And that's going to be 3 greater than his wound, so it's a wound. That's a wound.
And that's mortal, so he gets an injury as well.
1.
And then if I would put in his wound sheet, whatever the total was.
Right arm strike.
Right arm strike.
17.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right arm strike 17. So arm effects.
Yeah, and then we figure out that later.
So where is that? First wound, injury, and location.
Yep.
Okay, got it. So just put right arm. And that's
right
it.
Arm, and then the levels of success. That's important.
So 17. Yep. Got it.
That's it.
And then in between sessions, you can figure it out or whatever.
You can figure it out now, but it adds time to it,
Yeah. If it was like some big boss fight, I might actually do it. But
Yep. It's pretty easy, but yeah, it just takes a little time. I wouldn't suggest it for this combat, but
all right. So Orc Warrior goes next. Oh, he's dead. Snarlbag the hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say he can shoot me without rolling any of the penalties. I'm not engaged.
10 hex though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be long range. That's gonna be long range for him.
That's fine by me.
And he doesn't get to aim though if he wants to go first.
Yeah, he could still go before me.
Oh, yeah, he can actually because it's 32 initiative. Man, it's a lot of nuance to the system. I like it.
Yeah, knowing everybody's AP is super important, obviously.
So Snarlbag will aim and fire at Estedir. Short bow. Benefit 1. Trained. Additional mods. None. Hardships. None. Long.
That's a hit. And a head strike at that. It might not be enough to really hurt me, though. I believe I have armor on the head, actually. That's one of the things I have. I have like a lamellar coif, I think. Yep, I have Pierce 3 on the head.
So you round up or down on that?
He doesn't have piercing, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that bow doesn't have piercing. Piercing, the trait.
Say Pierce 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so you just take off his damage. So 1 + 3 - 3 + 5, yeah.
So nothing,
yeah,
probably.
I don't think it's not above 7, right? So not enough to hurt me.
Yeah, it's one of these episodes, like, somebody gets a bullet plinked off.
Yeah, it just skims it.
Close call.
Yep.
So he would go to 20.32.
Mm-hmm. Xandron.
I keep moving him up there so I don't forget. So Thandrin, okay, so if he wants to take out his sword.
Well, dropping is a free action, but interacting is not. Interacting usually costs 2 AP to draw a weapon.
So drop his bow, draw his sword.
Yeah, so...
Is that 1 AP?
No, drop is 0 AP, draw is 2 AP. He can try to interact quickly, which is 1 AP, but he has to make an acrobatics test. And the problem is that drawing a sword will invite an opportunity attack. So that's up to you if you want to do it or not. So opportunity attacks is an action, a reactive action.
I think he's going to try to fire off one more, then pull his sword out next round. All right, so they're pretty bloody, both of them. So he rolls in. He has his axe. He's going to try to fire off one, hoping he hits him in the face. Can he do a called shot?
It's headshots, 2 hardships, though.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Okay.
He's point blank.
Yep. Now's the time. The captain can try to dodge, though, but... Or parry.
So head wound, so bow. Benefit none. Yeah, he can't aim. Train, additional mods. None. Hardship, you said 2.
2 to the head.
And it cooks in your wound too, right? So he actually has 3.
All that stuff is cooked in, yeah.
Point blank.
Hit him.
Hey,
hit him in
got
the
him.
head.
So you discount the torso.
Yep, you just, yeah.
Right? So it's +5.
Yep.
So 9 plus 4. So 14. That's not going to do anything.
Does he have armor?
On his head? Let me look. I think he does. Four piercing.
Okay, so it's 2.
It's not gonna get over 16.
Yeah, but is it going to get over his injury level?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's okay. So 4 plus 2, 6 plus 5, 11, which beats 8.
Yep. So it gives him injury at least.
So he takes an injury. So I'm just gonna put that in the sheet.
Yeah.
Boom, he has 3 injuries.
Yeah, injuries can get very debilitating if they stack up, because now he's at just -9 for everything.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. A hardship can be not.
Especially if he's hitting people with that fucking
Yeah.
axe.
Well, I'm gonna shoot his ass here.
All right, so he would go up to what, 20.27? Yeah.
Plus, yeah. Called shot actually might have a different AP. What is called shot AP? Hold on, I'll tell you. I think it might be actually higher than that. Called shot is 4. Yeah.
So he'd be sitting at what, 21?
I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm point blank now. I can't afford to do anything fancy. Bow. Target. Benefit, no. Trained. Additional mods, no. Hardship 1. Point blank. That's a hit.
It's a pretty good hit.
Good. So it'd be 22.
Minus 2 from his.
Yep.
Oh, right arm. Hang on. Just look at it as well. Right arm.
I'm sitting at 19 before any of his armor.
He might not have anything on his arms. He has nothing on his arms.
19. That's a wound, right?
You're 3 for 16 or no?
What's that?
Either way, it's gonna be a wound.
19 is with the -3.
2 wounds. I'll mark it on the sheet.
Then he gets an injury too because I have mortal.
Oh, he's bad. He's in a bad way. How do people actually die?
Well, you get hit over your. Well, there's a couple ways. So, what is his? When he rolls, we'll see. So, either A, you get hit over your mortality threshold and you fail your death roll, or
That's his third. What's his third?
What's his wound threshold?
That's the second wound.
That's only his second. You sure about that?
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's his wound threshold? 4 probably.
Yeah. Yep.
So
4.
if he when he attacks, if his hardships explode more than his stamina, then he passes out, or he makes a stamina roll. So keep that in mind when he acts. What's his stamina? Just so I know. Is it 0?
His stamina? That's a skill, right? Probably gonna be
it's
0.
An endurance.
No, actually, I think I probably put something into him. Let me look. Oh yeah,
Okay.
0.
So if one of his wound hardships explode, he is prone to passing out. So we'll see when he acts.
I like it.
I don't know what happened to my turn. You must have accidentally closed the turn order because I don't see it anymore. There you go. So I'm at 20. Okay. And they're up.
Orc archers first, huh?
Yep.
He didn't have a line of sight without hitting his boss, does he?
He doesn't. Plus he's engaged too, so that's double whammy. -3 plus a hardship if he doesn't want to hit him.
Oh, he's going to run up and by chance you're alive. He's going to run up and just draw his bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that would be 5. So what, 23.26?
I think you... Yeah, there you go. Orc captain, let's see what happens.
Don't bear down on Thandrin.
He's gotta miss this. Thandrin can dodge too, but he's hurt too.
It's a regular attack, I suppose.
You can do a reckless attack. So reckless attack gives you...
Oh, hang on. Let me see what he has. He has some sort of ability. Let me look. Probably haven't been using his abilities. Oh, man. Oh, yes. That's what I want to do. I have aggressive.
Okay.
After successfully attacking with a reckless attack, you add your strength score to post-roll modifier. I take an additional -3 pre-roll modifier to all defensive actions. Okay, I don't care about that. I just want to take down an elf. So what I even do. So reckless attack.
Reckless attack gives you 3 benefits. And then on your next,
benefits.
if you make a defensive action, your next defensive action that you would make is 1 hardship to it.
And then I'd take an additional -3 because of that.
Let me look at that. Aggressive. I don't know that one offhand. I think that's a newer one.
No additional mods for the aggressive attack. No hardships.
Oh yeah, after successfully striking with the reckless attack, he had strength. Yeah.
Oh no!
Hit him. Oh, he definitely hit him.
Definitely hit him.
All right. So, well, he can dodge too. He can still dodge. He has that ability. So, when he dodges, add a 1 AP to him, by the way. I don't think we did it last time, but that's okay. So, dodging and parrying are 1 AP.
Okay, so 19. So you're going to have to... So that 22 takes into account their static defense,
No.
right?
Nope. You don't use static defense when you actively defend. You only... So 22, what's his... Okay, so 22, what is his base defense?
For
Yeah.
Thandrian? Base defense is 20? Why is it 20? It must have had some abilities. Hang on.
He just could be good, too. Could be high. If he's got high agility and...
Indomitable.
No, that's not.
No, because I adjust it because it says like 16, but then I put current 20.
I don't know how I would got that. Can I look at his character?
Not indomitable. Yeah.
Do I have access to it? It's not opening. I have access to his token, but not his sheet.
I think it's just screwed up.
Well, is this, if
Okay,
it's 16, that's
let's click
fine.
on it.
So it would be
Yeah,
he
16.
could try to dodge, or he could use that base defense. It's up to whatever you want to do. So if he uses the base defense, it's 22 minus 16. If he when you dodge, it takes the place of your base defense. The base defense
So
only...
I'll do 20. I'll do 22 minus 19 then.
Oh, did he roll? Yeah, okay. Yep. So add one, add
so
1/8 to his AP, and then... Okay.
I did. So just be 5 level success.
Okay. So
Tortoise to try. So 5 plus 8 would be 13.
and then minus whatever armor.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Oh well, he's got aggressive too.
He's taking injury.
Aggressive. So aggressive adds his strength modifier, right? His strength as a... Yeah, add your strength score to a post-roll modifier. So now add his strength, which I'm guessing is 5. Right? For aggressive.
Yeah.
So it would be 22 minus 19, 3, plus 8, 11, plus 5, 16.
5 would be 16, which meets it.
So he gets a wound and an injury.
Sucks for him.
Yeah, neither of his wound hardships exploded, so he's still standing.
Alright, so I'll mark it on the hunter's sheet here. 2 injuries, 2 wounds. Man, this is hard. Hardcore on these people.
Mm-hmm.
And orc captain.
So that was reckless attack is 4.
Is it 4? So it'd be 20. What? 23.34.
Mm-hmm. I think it's snarl bag.
Estedir. Yep, snarl bag. Snarl bag, I think, is shoot at you again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The guy's dead. So that'll be still long range. And he cannot aim and go first. So you just have to shoot at you. Pray to Morgoth. Miss.
Yep, that's miss.
Might be worth giving the orcs names just so I don't get it mixed up.
Yeah. I usually put a
Your
1
turn.
or a 2 on them, so that, yeah. But, okay, so, I'm going to shoot back at Snarlbag, actually. He's at, technically, he's just at medium range from me.
It's medium, and he has partial cover.
I'm going to aim once. Okay, so he has partial cover. So that roll is, I think I get a -3. I want to say. Combat base, I think, or is that battlefield? It's under battlefield. 1 second. Combat. Battlefield. Cover. Yeah, cover impediments. So there's rank 1, 2, or 3. So you can say whichever one it is. Rank 1 is the lightest cover. Rank 2 is medium. Or there's actually 4, but 4 is like you're behind a wall.
He's probably like 2.
Okay, so I take a hardship. So I'm going to take 2 hardships on this shot. Oh, man, I don't think I'm going to do it. It's too hard of a shot. I'm just going to shoot the captain then. Don't worry about him. Try to make him where he cannot hurt anybody anymore. Shoot. Benefit. 1. I'm aiming. Trained. Additional mods. No. Hardship 1. Point blank or adjacent. Ah, damn it. 11.
Hell.
11. 8. Minus whatever's on his right leg.
Nope.
Not even above his injury level.
Oh, actually, it meets it.
Does he have armor on that leg?
On his, yeah, he does.
That wouldn't hurt him then, probably. All right, well, that puts me at 24.
Thandrin?
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah. God. You hate to drop your weapon and take out your sword.
I mean, just keep shooting. I don't know. I don't know why he would at this point.
I might be able to take out this orc archer up here.
Maybe.
I think you could kill him.
It's gonna be a lot of negatives, but yeah, go ahead. I mean,
oh, he's short. He's short range though.
he might even be point blank.
Neg-
He's point blank, yeah. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, he's dodging. And he just kind of spins his bow to his left. Shoots him. Oh. Benefit. No, you
Yeah,
can't.
so I get a -3 to that shot too.
Come on. You've been rolling shitty. Here we go.
Well, it's a hit at
What?
least. It's a hit at least. But well, I mean, he has
It's not gonna do anything.
he has two injuries and 2 wounds. I mean, yeah.
So 3, 4, 7. Yeah, 7. Yeah, doesn't beat his wound threshold.
Okay. No dice then.
Oh, so this guy, so he has a -3 to hit him, right?
Yes.
Now, would they point blank if your range is 6? Or
Oh, it doesn't matter. If you're within 2, you're point blank.
Okay. Yeah. So he's going to shoot at Sandrin with a short bow.
Yeah, if close and point blank overlap, you always go at point blank.
He has -3 because
Yep.
he's running. Hardships none. Point blank. Fuck.
He's fucked. 29. Yeah. Does he have any armor on his right arm?
I don't think he has anything on his arms. Let me look. I don't think he does. I don't think he has anything on his arms.
So it's 32, 29.
No.
What's his wound level? Oh, he's got to make a death roll for sure.
You're going to get taken away to Angband.
Maybe.
Wound level for
It's
him.
14. So double is
His wound level is 14.
So double, that's his wound threshold, so he needs to make an instant death save. Death roll.
No! Alright, is that combat menu, death roll?
He's got to beat a 29. He's got to roll above it. Okay,
Boom.
he's fine.
He rolls. The only time he rolls.
Yeah. But, so he
takes a wound, right?
Still. Mm-hmm. So he's about ready to pass out, I bet you.
So 3 wounds.
Is that higher than his wound threshold?
Let me look. It's equal.
Okay, so the next time he takes a wound, even if it's not above his wound mortality threshold, he makes it death.
He still has to take a death roll.
And that
Master of Fires getting fucked up. $26.26. $26.26. Boom. Snarl bag. Banging on
It's
motherfuckers.
Not really, but
It is. Okay.
I'm hoping he passes out here. I'm really hoping he passes out.
I can't name, so you just go attack. You can still try to dodge, right?
Yep. Oh man. Yep. It might be worse than his base defense, though. It was definitely worse than his base defense. That's kind of what I figured.
So he has to be, he goes to 26.27.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're talking about 22, 30, 30. Damage of 30. Unless he's got torso armor. 30 minus whatever.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna take a wound.
Yeah, but he's gonna roll a death roll. Like twice.
Yeah, I'll take a real. Yeah, I'll take two.
Yeah,
two
you
death
can only
rolls,
take
how it
one at
works.
one time. So
he goes up to four wounds for some reason.
well, he only had 2, so he's got 3 wounds.
No, he was at his threshold before. He's
Oh, okay.
Up to 4.
Was he at his threshold? Okay.
Yeah.
So for 2 reasons, he makes a death roll. So that was 20. Okay, so what was the total damage? It was 27 minus 5, 22 plus 8, 30.
So it's a torso strike, right? So no arm. Well, no, he doesn't have armor.
What's his
on
armor?
torso.
Because it's going to be important.
Let me see.
versus bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning is 2.
So he's got to make a death roll versus a 28. I made it.
Hanging on for dear life.
When that happens,
He's passed out. If he's passed out, if he's over his wound threshold.
No, he's you got to roll. It's basically when basically on his action. We'll see what happens, but he'll probably pass out. Would be my guess. Okay. And that's mortal, right? So he gets an injury too. Tack it on there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's just like barely these guys. Was that a reckless attack? Or just a normal attack?
No,
oh god.
Normal attack.
I'm gonna have to. Now he can do things like burn fate points, use fate points, stuff like that. But
all back.
Yeah, you didn't give Orc Captain his AP. I don't think he's still at 23.
No, he should be at 26. 26.34.
Mm-hmm. Then I do believe it is Snarlback's turn. Yeah.
Be feeling a little confident. He's going to aim twice, lining up a shot. That's it. 25.32. Estedir.
I gotta shoot somebody. I'm gonna shoot the orc archer behind him, and that will I will take a -3 for shooting through my ally here. So that put me at 27. All right, so it's close range. A bow. This guy. Benefit none. Train. Just -3 to this result. So 7. So 11. And I hit him in the arm. So 8.
Nothing on the arm.
Yeah, he's a minion, right? Yeah. Nope. Doesn't do anything.
Yep. Did you give yourself your points?
I did.
It's not looking good. Should have brought Baran along.
If I didn't play such a shitty song.
They're all back. He has 2 aims.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to loose a shot at you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still going to be long, though.
Yeah, it's still be long.
Yeah, it's going to be long for a short bow. Two benefits. And mods on hardships.
It's a hit. I don't think it's going to hurt me, though. I don't have any armor there. So 6 minus that's going to be 3.
It's going to be 3. It's not going to do anything. Even after aiming.
Yeah, just didn't. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Ooh, this other archer. He's going to try to kill Sandrin for sure. Oh, man. Galadriel might be a little upset. Yep, he's going to shoot. Short bow. Boom. Benefit train. Point blank. 14.
17 to the torso.
Torso, yes. Might be important, so I'll look. 3 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to be 14, so it's going to be another wound.
Okay. What it was 3? 3 piercing. Oh, so it's 14. Yeah. He needs to make a death roll versus a 14. He'll probably make it, but...
Like, the House of Bayor to come pick this guy up.
And then he'll take an injury if he makes it.
Oh, yeah, because
if he makes it. Just because anytime you make it, you like get an injury instead of a wound. Or actually, so he can't like keep taking. I'm sorry, he can't take wounds above his wound threshold. He cannot do it, so it has to stay there. That's my fault.
So it's no, his wound
3.
threshold.
Yeah,
3,
but every time he takes one, he gets an injury instead.
Excuse me. So every time he takes one.
So once that's the cap of the amount of wounds he can take. But if he takes one in addition to that, he gets an injury instead. So he should have like 3 injuries more.
He's at 3 now. He's at 3 now, so we'll take the 4th one. Let's do his death roll.
It's pretty low, so yeah, he makes it.
2. So you go up to 4. He's useless.
Yeah, he's completely useless. All right. So that was that guy, right? So he's at 29.
So we have 29 for what? 2-6? Yeah. Thandrin.
He's got... It's actually Orc Captain. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah. Reckless attack.
Yep. That's what I would do. Three benefits for a reckless attack.
It's not going to be good.
I just hope he passes out. Nope.
Good at all. Head. Oh. You won't get sprayed with the blood of your buddy.
Wow, that's a bad one.
I
would just keep his base defense, honestly. That's going to be his best choice.
Yeah. His base defense
16,
is,
right?
16. So what's that, 20?
16, 20,
yeah.
yep.
16, so
28.
20 plus 8.
Plus 5.
28 plus 5 would be 33. Minus whatever he has on his head. Let me see. Bludgeoning, right? That's like, it's 2. That's what I say. Did I say 20?
You said 33 minus 2. 31.
So 31. So does he have to be a death roll 31? I don't know, man.
He's been rolling pretty high. Probably got some good resilience. Yep. He did it.
Got some explosions there.
But then he takes an injury.
He's going on. He's about ready to fade.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody with 5 injuries before.
Yeah.
So, Orc Captain's up to 30.
Galadriel comes to him.
Yeah.
His turn. What can he even do?
He could try to disengage. He could attack. He can. I think that since he has stamina 0, I'm assuming he's gonna pass out. But if he wants, if he
Yeah,
attacks or anything, he could try to disengage, but then he has to make a acrobatics check, which he's gonna fail, and which he's going to.
I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try to go for the
Go
captain.
ahead. I mean, he can hit, and
He's getting
you.
smacked
Yeah,
around.
might as well. I'd do a reckless attack with him. Oh, he's got a bow out. He can't do that.
Yeah, he's just gonna shoot his bow at him. Point blank. Benefit none.
He did.
Just get
None
smacked away.
None of his wounds exploded though, so he doesn't fall asleep.
He's this guy. 29.37.
I guess it's me.
Estedir.
Do I think Snarlbag will hit me if I aim twice? What can I do? I gotta do something else. This is just not working. Fuck.
Obviously underestimated the lethality of the NPCs.
Yeah, minions are glass cannons, basically. Okay, so I'll shoot the captain. Makes the most sense, I guess. Bow. Boom. Benefit none. Trained. Additional mods none. Hardship 1. Actually, yeah, I should actually. Fuck. I gotta take a No, I'm just gonna shoot. I don't care. I'm not gonna miss him. Okay, that's good.
Very good.
That's good. So, what's...
Can you dodge?
No, he cannot.
No,
He
can't
cannot.
dodge.
He's point blank.
That's pretty good. So 33 plus 5, 38.
Plus 4.
Plus 4, what, 42? Minus whatever he has on his head.
Piercing.
What he has on his head, piercing is 4.
2.
So
41 to the head.
So 40. 41 to that. That's a wound, and that is double, well over double his wound.
So he needs to make a
Threshold.
death roll and beat a 41. Can't match it. It's got to beat it.
I hope for your sake here.
Nope. That's death. Gotta beat it.
What does that look like? What does that look
Well,
like?
this guy's like
Exactly.
killing this. And he just finally, just from point blank range, just shoots him through the ear.
Nothing on the inside of the skull. Just...
Jeez.
I've been forgetting to do the sound effects.
Let's see, you got a little bit on your plate there. So that's puts me at 30. I don't know what the Snogger are gonna do, but
Check here.
there is a morale rule. Yep.
Yeah. What is that for minions?
Hold on. They make a courage roll against their break threshold.
Do it. A mental, I'm guessing.
Yeah, courage is under willpower. Yeah.
Snarlback. Here we go. Wait, let me see. Hang on a second. Let's see if it's trained or not. There's no way I gave him courage.
Yeah, this rule doesn't make sense, but that's neither here nor there. The way I worded it.
No courage. No courage. I think the only one I gave courage was to the captain. He had a little bit. All right, so he does courage.
Mm-hmm.
Fits untrained.
It's a hard one, so no.
He's going to flee. What's the orc captain's name, by the way? You tell me.
Snagit.
Snagit.
Snagit the dead.
Snagit. Aye! Snagit has fallen! Fall back! Fall back! Our needles have left wounds enough! Fall back! So he's going to run 10 hexes.
Yeah, they basically disengage as far as they can.
33. All right. See if he makes his roll here. He might just want a little bit of glory and try to take out an elf.
Maybe he's got to get a 28 or something like that. Whatever hard is. No.
Fades away as well. Would be Sandron's turn.
Well, I'm not going to give chase.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it makes for good. So let's go back then to RP then.
Estedir looks down at his leg, seeing the arrow in his thigh, and then he looks to the Lord or the Master of Fires, and just his eyes go agape with the wounds and injuries he has all over his body.
There you go.
Literally goes black. There we go.
There you go. Tendrin kind of slumps down against this rock and the roots here.
Mm-hmm.
Estedir, never let him say that your bravery is lacking. Go. See that captain of orcs. We shall bring back a token to the lady and the lords of this realm.
I will take you back over my shoulders. Come. I cannot leave you here. You certainly would not survive.
He kind of looks down and kind of nods, and you see that there's this gaping wound in his side, just bleeding out into the water. I'm afraid that I may not make it back to the seat of our lords. What haste can you make? What? Oh, you are not a hunter of these lands. Darkness falls upon my eyes, Estedir. Sing me one last song.
Yeah, he frowns and kneels over Thandrin, and he'll sing him a song from Valinor, an old song of the passing of the elves. I don't know.
Can we role play to say that he
Yes,
dies there?
Absolutely. He probably would anyway when we were figuring out his wounds.
Yes. I mean, he's fucked up. And on the captain, you see just it doesn't look like he's anything you've ever seen. You probably haven't even seen that many orcs before. Well, yeah, you have. I guess you've been alive long enough. But certainly never seen anything near to here. And he has this ornate gauntlet on. Mm-hmm. You can see before you stand, his gauntlet's kind of halfway stretched into the stream, and the orc black blood is mingling with the red blood of Thandrin as it goes down the stream. As a GM, it would make a good clue for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, he takes his sword out and cuts off the arm, the orc's arm. Takes the gauntlet, puts it in the sack instead of taking the head.
As you kind of look at the gauntlet and the ornate, it's not ornate, but by orc standards it is. These runes. There's like a dragon encircling this gauntlet. And it says, Galarong, father of dragons, will come again.
Yeah, he's not sure what to make of that currently, but he kind of stores that information in the back of his head as he prepares to try to build like a cairn or something for Thandrin, so he's just not just left out.
Yeah, you do that, and kind of describe to me the rest of your journey home.
Yeah, his leg is aching. He gets back to the Edane village and tells them what happened, that the orcs should be run off, but his companion was killed. And he doesn't spend any time there. He'll travel through the night as best he can on the horse. He'll lead the other horse with him, and he heads back to the halls of Dorthonion. What is it? Dorthonion.
Dorthonion. You arrive in very much the same fashion as your boy did, as Thandrin did. And now is that same scene reenacted, but instead of a couple dozen darkly clad elves climbing up the stairs to the palace, it's just you. And with you have a sack on your back, and you're quite wounded and bleeding, leaving even blood marks upon the steps as you ascend the steps into the stronghold of Dorthonion. Here again, your lords sit in court, but unlike before, everyone turns to you, and it's very clear that worry is upon their faces. It is etched upon their faces like nothing you've seen before. Aegnor and Angrod look at you. Galadriel is among the company there, but not holding court. What do you do?
Yeah, he just comes up the stairs and he's got a very deep scowl on his face. My lords, I regret to inform you the Master of Fires was killed, and there are most certainly orc about. He kind of tosses the bag onto the floor, and maybe the arm kind of falls out as he does so.
Yeah. Everyone in the court kind of almost looks aghast as this arm kind of rolls out. But it's Aegnor who kind of comes forward and picks it up. He doesn't seem disgusted by it, but something about it, triggers this worried look over his brow, and you can notice that his jaw is just tense. I do regret my harsh words against the Master of Fires. He was always a friend. I am loath to say that my last words to him were not of kindness. But to you, Estedir, I do give my thanks. The people of Dorthonion, the Noldor of this land, take heed, the enemy does not sleep. And nor should we. And he looks to his brother and looks to Estedir. Do you have anything else to say in this matter?
There were some that escaped. One mocked us with the name of Sauron. I don't know if I know that name offhand.
Oh, yeah, you would.
And so the lieutenant of the enemy is abound. That much is clear.
And I think with Aegnor holding the hand and you mentioning the name of Sauron, I think the scene fades up into the stars and then comes to a close. So we end our prologue.
Nice. We can figure out my wound real quick. It'll take just a second.
Wound.
Wound.
Singular.
Yes, me. Wound singular.
God, he got banged
You
on.
got fucked up. You got fucked up.
He wasn't much different from you either.
Yeah, he just got surrounded, really. I mean... so...
Short session,
Yeah.
3 hours.
Well, with combat and system, you don't know what's going to happen. Wound, right leg 16. My wound level is 14, so it's a superficial wound. So basically, there's a table. The levels of success, if it's greater to or equal your wound level, but below wound level plus 5, it's a superficial wound. So I'm going to roll on the table and add 2d10 to the roll. So, let me see here. Take off that. All wounds and injuries, wound hardships and injuries go away after. Yep. So my wound doesn't linger. There's a table it rolls against.
That's good.
Yeah. So I remove that.
He's got cut,
Yeah.
basically.
Bad cut. Yep. So I'm good to go. I'll replenish my fate. I should have used more fate, but I was waiting until I needed it for
Gotta
dodge or
gotta
something.
Get faster with the system.
Well, you can turn on what's
combat.
uh
The simple combat or whatever.
well, oh, you could do that too. I mean, I don't know that you would want to do that all the time, but you could do the simple combat. But you could do deadly combat. So basically, and you can turn it on for just enemies or enemies and PCs. And it's basically you don't add your wound level to death rolls. So basically, when people are making death rolls, when you make a death roll, you make a resilience roll, okay? And you add your wound level.
I'm fine with the elf, but like with the other guy doing it, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
I guess he only made one. I guess Orc Captain only made one, didn't he?
I don't know how many death rolls he made. Just the one, I think. Yeah. Or no, he made two. And he made one, or he rolled 2 and made 1. But yeah, you can do that. You can turn it on for. Foes and adversary. You can basically do. The only thing you really shouldn't do is just turn it on for PCs. It'd be like very difficult.
Full on train description Tolkien boner.
the old terrain, the glorious fields. And,
That's right, baby. Yeah, have it.